I'm Dan Campbell from the Wonder Years, but you can call me Soupy if you want to, or Dan, whatever is good for you. And this is the Kerrang podcast, so enjoy it.
So, we're in Dublin. You've just played the second show of the Kerrang Relentless Energy Drink Tour.
That's true.
Dan, how was the second night for you?
Oh, it was fantastic. I say fantastic a lot in interviews, I realize that. But it really was awesome because last night we were just like dead tired and we were totally unsure of how things were going to go. And it was like this kind of first night of tour, hectic kind of thing. And tonight just like sunk right into the rhythm. And I was telling you right before we did this interview that I saw a kid wearing a Man Overboard t-shirt and I was just like, everything's going to be okay. Someone knows who we are. They're wearing our Friends Band's t-shirt. Like, it's going to be a fun night.
But you met Good Charlotte when you were 15.
Yeah, I did.
Could you tell us about that day?
It's, I went to see MXPX play because I loved MXPX. Like, more than anyone's loved a band. No, that's not true, but I really was into them. And I went to go see them play, and I didn't know who was opening, and I didn't give a shit. It's just, I was there to see MXPX, and Good Charlotte opened. And I was like, this band's pretty cool. Yeah, I mean, I was into it. I was like probably 15 at the time. I think I was. Maybe 14, actually. And after the show, I went outside and I was waiting there for Mike from MXPX. So I wanted an autograph so bad. And eventually he came out, but it was like, it took like an hour and a half. I'm sure he had to get, I mean, in my 15-year-old brain, I was like, fuck this dude, why doesn't he hurry up? Now that I've been on tour and I know how, you finish the set, you're sweaty, you need a couple minutes.
Yeah.
But instead of him coming out right away, Good Charlotte, the whole band came out and hung out with all the fans in the alleyway and were just there the whole time. And I was just like astounded by how like cool it was of them. Like, you know, to me, being that age, coming to a show, I was just like, this is the coolest band. I can't believe they came out here and hung out with me, you know, and there were a ton of hot girls around, and they barely talked to them. They just hung out with us because we were, like, so excited to meet them.
That's awesome.
I can, to this day, remember, like, that being one of the coolest things any band's ever done for me. I know a lot of people that listen, like, read Kerrang are going to check this podcast. I really think maybe we've only come over here maybe once to play Slam Dunk.
Yeah, but
this is our 5th time.
Yeah.
It's just that before this, it was like DIY hardcore punk rock tours where we would call up our friends. I would book the dates with a couple of our friends over here helping out. We'd get in our buddy, like we'd ride with All or Nothing or Save Your Breath or Never So True or Make Home and get in their van and just like do it, you know, like grassroots style, play little basements. And we played Dublin a couple times. The Dublin Bay hardcore scene, like literally, like I've actually said it in a couple interviews and on the inside of our 7-inch. My favorite people in the fucking world to play for because no one is as appreciative as Ireland. I don't know if it's because the bands don't come here often or if it's because it's such a small, close scene that everyone knows each other and everyone's friends. But the feeling you get when you play here is different than anywhere else in the world.
Is there any parts of the UK you're going to make a point of seeing while you're here?
We've always said we were going to see Sherwood Forest and we haven't yet.
Right.
So maybe we'll get a chance to do that.
Yeah, you could dress in green like Robin Hood's Merry Men.
I do have the beard for Friar Tuck now, don't I? Or is it Little John? Who has the beard?
Little John.
Yeah.
You might need to, you know, bulk up a bit.
Yeah, you know what? Dan from 4 Years Strong will probably take that job from me. God damn it.
You can rob from the rich and give to the poor, then play a show.
I don't play a show.
Correct.